Wilbur Ross is selling out of his equity holding that he had on short. So remind us about why, Jason.
Well, I mean, this has been really, to use one of the technical terms we have, this has been a doozy for the Secretary of Commerce in the sense that it just keeps coming up over and over again. There were a few short sales, and then it turns out there was, I believe, $20 million worth of Invesco stock that he hadn't managed to dispose of. By law, he was supposed to, by statute, he was supposed to get out of all this, divest 90 days after he was confirmed. That was quite some time ago that he was confirmed.
Yeah, and when we spoke to him, David Weston spoke to him just a few weeks ago and asked him about the short selling, and he had to describe to us what short selling actually meant and why it didn't account for him. This is what he had to say.
This is not what you would call a typical short sale. What happened, some shares in one company were not physically in my possession, and there was a whole process I had to go through to get them into possession so I could sell them.
Now, that wasn't Invesco, but the idea that he was pushing back on any kind of ethics issue.
Well, and when you have to explain that much, you're just not in a position you want to be, right?
Yes, I find this really puzzling in the sense that, from one point of view, I think to myself, people like Wilbur Ross have such a complicated assortment of assets, and it is fair to say that lots of them are in trusts, and they may actually not know where everything is, and if they've already divested interest in it through a trust or not. But also, there's tons of really sophisticated estate planning lawyers out there and tax attorneys who do this for people all the time who go into government. So I'm a bit confused why this has sort of become so somewhat of a doozy, as you said.